By far and away the hardest mission up to this point in the Modern Warfare 2 campaign is when you're asked to survive alone whilst wounded in Las Almas without any equipment to protect yourself. It's quite unclear where to go and find things, so this video is going to be showing you how to survive the alone mission in the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign without you having to constantly search around for the next item or path to take. You start by having to crawl through the streets of Las Almas with armed guards around every corner. You need to stay as low as possible and hug the walls closely. Take this first left down the alley and avoid the guards while heading into the building straight ahead. You can use this car for cover and make sure to stay prone at all times. In this house, you'll be able to find materials to craft various items that will help you on your way, including metal and bindings that can be used to pry open locked doors and supply crates. Use your newly made pry tool to unlock the door and continue your way through the building. Make sure to check all of the rooms around you and constantly scan for materials, as you'll need a lot of them throughout this mission. Once you go through this door, you'll see a guard across the room. Wait for him to move out the building and then slowly crawl behind him and up the stairs. Upon exploring the upstairs area, you'll find a headlamp which will come in handy as we progress. As soon as you enter this next room, a dog will start barking, which is going to alert the guards. Now, you can either quickly try and loot the room for any materials, or you can do what I did and just jump straight off the balcony to the right and lay down low in this alleyway. Either way, that's the right way to go, so with the materials or not, jump down here. Now you've lost attention of the guards, take a right and grab the materials on the table at the end of the road. Then double back on yourself and go up to the stairs on the left. After following the path through to this balcony area, you'll see guards taking out civilians and patrolling the courtyard ahead. Slowly drop down and use the fountain in the middle for cover, and also collect as many bottles as you can as you go around, as these will be crucial for the next few parts. The fella standing right in front of you needs to move out of that doorway, so launch a bottle to the left and let him investigate. Once inside this room, take cover behind this till, so when he comes back he can't see you. Here you'll start picking up materials for some trip mine bombs, which are going to be the only way of you retrieving a weapon in this mission. Now exit through the door in front and slowly crawl down the alley until you're close enough to this guard, then throw a bottle to distract him and quickly enter the room on the right in front of you. Be sure to use your headlamp in here, as it's going to allow you to pick up a lot more materials that can be used to craft smoke bombs to briefly incapacitate the guards. Then once you're done looting, go through this door behind the counter and continue down the corridor. At the end on the right is a room where you can finally make some progress in arming yourself, as there's a dead soldier here with a knife that you can take. Also, you're going to find your first supply drop with some conveniently placed explosives in there. Jump out the window next to the soldier and check the right hand side for some more explosives and materials. This next bit gets a bit tricky, as you'll need to take down a guard to pick up a gun. The only way you can really do this is by luring them in and using smoke bombs and trip mines to take them out. Start by planting a trip mine down this alley. You can use this room for cover, then throw a bottle just past the trip mine and wait for the guard to set it off. This, of course, is going to alert other guards, but if you're more patient than I am, you can hide somewhere and wait for it to all blow over. I decided to take the louder route and persistently bait the guard until it went off, then quickly picked up his pistol and took the rest of them out. You can go with either strategy, but hiding away, picking up the gun when it's clear, and taking the rest of the guards out one by one is probably the better way of doing it. Once they've all been dealt with, continue down the alley and take a left. Keep following the road until you get to this blue gate with a light above it. This was previously being guarded by soldiers, but now will be clear for you to head through. Jump over the fence in front and take a right round the corner. If you follow this path all the way round, you'll see a garage with a car in. Jump through the window on the right and there'll be a shotgun set up as a trap that you can just disable and take for yourself. Now head up the stairs behind you and search the rooms on this corridor for more materials. When you're done, open the door at the end and you'll see a man falling through it who doesn't look like he's having the best day, if I'm honest. Then look to your right past the door, as there's a supply crate here with a stim in that will allow you to walk and run at a normal pace, which is literally a lifesaver. Once you've picked this up, carry on through the door and loot everything on this floor, as this is where things are going to get very messy. Now you have plenty of materials, hop down to the floor below and loot the downstairs area while staying low. At this point you want to try not to engage for as long as you possibly can, but at some point this is going to become inevitable. Guards are going to enter the room and begin looking round. I opted to try and get them out of the left hand side of the building whilst fleeing to the right, but this is actually the wrong thing to do. After alerting and taking out a lot of guards, I managed to finally sprint back through this building and out the left hand side, so when you do this, make sure to distract the soldiers over to the right hand side of the building and exit through this door on the left. Now you can enter this building in front to provide cover. You're pretty safe around here as long as you're quiet and stay low, but still be mindful of the enemy's whereabouts. Exit the building onto the street again and crouch walk across the road. In the building across from this one, you can find oil, which is actually going to help you create Molotov Cocktails, another thing that will come in very handy. Loot all the buildings in this area, then head back out to the street again where you'll want to hug the wall on your left and make your way back to where the guards are. When you reach these small blue buildings, again hug the wall and take a left, where you'll see a ton of guards patrolling the area. I didn't do this next part in the most gracious of ways, which might well be the understatement of the century, but what you'll want to do is distract them all so they move down the street, then sprint behind them and hop over this fence. This is going to land you in water, which you'll want to submerge yourself in immediately and head to the right. This will lose the guards, but will also land you in a bit more trouble. Up ahead will be some armoured guards that you really can't contest with unless you're smart about it. Let them get close, then submerge yourself in the water and take them down silently. There are around 4 or 5 of these to take out, but it's really not hard once you've done it once. Also, be sure to pick up an M4 off of one of their bodies and loot all of the ammo you can from the rest. Follow the sewer round to the left and go up these stairs. Jump onto this car in front and vault the fence to the right to get inside this building. As you progress through the building, you'll eventually have to pry open this door and will be met with an enemy guard. Ghost manages to take him out with a sniper from the church ahead, and at this point it really descends into a free-for-all. Try to find cover and take out the guards whilst progressing slowly towards the church in front. Once you get there, you'll be reunited with Ghost and things get a lot easier. Head back down the street whilst taking out the guards around you, then get into the truck at the end. And that's it. If this video helped you out, then check out this other Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign video on screen now.